Hello, citizens, and welcome back. This is our match reaction for Real Madrid 1, Manchester City 1 in the Champions League semi-final first leg. So make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Let's jump into it. Interesting game for me, this one. It was it was a great game. I thought both teams did a very good job. It was full of quality. It was full of chances. And I think 1-1's probably a fair reflection of the match. I do. I think it's a good result for both teams. I think both teams will fancy their chances going into the second leg. And look, as a City fan, and from a City perspective, I think the boys did well. I'm starting off with the team selection from Pep. I don't think you could ask for anything more. I expected that exact lineup. I called it in the preview, and that's exactly what we got. The same team that started against Bayern Munich. And look, it's all about the occasion and how you manage it. And I think we're a much more mature team than we were last season against Real Madrid. And I think that showed throughout the match and how we managed the game. And, we didn't commit too much going forward. And, we just knew there was a second leg and we played like it as well. And you look at the first half, I don't think the occasion got to us at all. If anything, I thought Real Madrid looked more scared than we did. Madrid were sloppy on the ball. They were happy to give us possession. They sat back quite deep and they weren't really pressing us because when they did press us, we played through it in that first half early on. The first 25 to 30 minutes in that first half, I thought we were incredible. We dominated, we bullied, and Madrid were fouling us. They were tripping us, they were kicking us, and they were struggling to get near us, really, in them first 30 minutes. And then we let them back into the game after all that hard work, after keeping the ball away from them, after quieting the Bernabeu crowd. We let them back into the match, and we let it by a stupid goal. And for me, it is a really poor goal. It all comes from Bernardo Silva being done for pace. Something we're going to see a lot. But we struggle against pace so much, and Real Madrid have abundance of it. Bernardo's beaten by pace. They go through the middle. They give it to Vinicius Jr., and for some reason, we just keep backing off him and backing off him and backing off him. No one goes to close him down, and he's just got all the time in the world to just leather that shot past Edison, who I don't think he was fully planted when the shot came in, and he just out of his reach, but it was a hell of a hit. So fast. Even if Edison dived on time, I don't think he saves it. It's a good goal for their point of view, but it's really poor from us because, like I said, we were dominating up until that point, and I do think we had Madrid scared a little bit. I think they were scared to push us that much. But once that happened, once the crowd got on their side, once the crowd stopped booing, they took control of that first half, and it was all about riding it out and trying to get through to halftime. 1-0 down. And we did do it. We managed it just about. They had a couple of half chances, and we just about got through it. And this is what I mean by game management. I think last season, Madrid go get a second one at the end of that half, maybe even early in that second half as well, because when the second half started again, we let Madrid have too much of the ball. We let them do it. It's kind of a role reversal for the first half. So in the first half, they were happy to let us have the ball, and they sat deep and hit us on the counter. In the second half, we did it to them. And it paid off. Look, we got the goal back. It's an unbelievable goal by De Bruyne. It really was. Good work by Rodri. Gives it to Gundogan. He holds Rudiger off. He gives it to De Bruyne. He just smashes it first time past Courtois. Unbelievable hit. Skims right across the grass and into the net. That's it, 1-0. But again, we didn't really build on it. We tried a few counter-attacks. But, a couple of important blocks, a couple of important saves by Edison as well. And we get through the game, and it's 1-1 going into the second leg. Huge result, like I said. Now, that second half, I have no doubt that City wanted to win that game. And for me, I think, like I said, when I talk about maturity, I think if you look at the end of that second half, we were in the Premier League. We might go, in the Premier League, we would try and win that game, and we'd push bodies forward, and we get hit on the break, and they go and concede a 93rd minute winner. We saw that a couple of times in the Premier League this season and last season. I was trying to do that against teams like Brentford, So, but this game, when we got the ball at the end of the second half, going into injury time, it was De Bruyne and Haaland. They were the only ones that pushed forward ahead of the Real Madrid half. And when they lost the ball, everyone else was back in the City half defending. And I think that was where we've matured this season. I think that's where we've matured in the Champions League as well. We know we're not going to have it our own way. Yes, we think we're better than Madrid, and rightly so. I think we're better than Madrid. But we understand there's a time to attack and a time to defend. And I think over the last couple of games against Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, we've shown that we're a Champions League team now. In the past, you could blame us for treating the Champions League a bit like the Premier League. We go out, all out attack, and we score more goals than them. That's the idea. But we've been out on away goals. We've been out by the odd goal. We've been beaten by teams we shouldn't be beaten. We've been knocked out in a final when, we were a better team than Chelsea, but we played poorly in that game, I don't think the occasion got to us then. I think we overthought it. But this wasn't about overthinking. This was about keeping it simple, getting bodies behind the ball, doing the work off the ball, putting in the hard work, putting in the miles, and just seeing it out. And we did it. And it was a fantastic performance all around, to be honest with you. There was a couple of players that I thought looked tired towards the end because Pep didn't make any substitutions. But again, it shows you who we trust. It shows you who we expects to get this job done. Now, as for performances, I don't think it was Bernardo's best game. I don't think it was Grealish's best game. But look, I will say Real Madrid, they did go out there in that first half in particular. They targeted Grealish. They kicked him a lot. They fouled him a lot. They tried to rile him up. He gets thrown into the advertising board. And I said it last week or the week before, Grealish could do with a little bit of break from the team because he's getting fired up by opposition players. And it's a consistent theme at the moment. It seems to happen every other game, if not every game. And I think teams are picking on that a little bit, expect him to react. He's not reacted too much just yet, but he did have a silly lash out. Carvajal, was it, who rolled on the floor doing whatever. And that's another point I want to make as well. When you look at the Real Madrid performance, particularly in that first half, I think they were more Atletico Madrid today. The way they're rolling on the floor, the way they were diving. There was a lot of dives by Real Madrid tonight. It was really poor from them. And that again shows you how scared they are and how frightened they are and how intimidated they are by this City team and how well we're playing at the moment. Because look, what's that, 21 games unbeaten now? We are, something like that. It's an unbelievable team. And I think we are the best team in Europe. And do I think we can go to the Etihad and win it? Yes, I do. I would say, yeah, we've got a crowd behind us. We haven't got their stupid fans booing every time we've got the ball or anything like that. But that being said, City gave all our tickets away to random fans. They didn't even give it to loyalty fans and didn't even aim for City fans with the ticket sale. See more of that at the end of the video in one of the cards I put up. But we can go to Etihad. We can beat them. And I think City fancy their chances. I think Pep will fancy their chances as well. We know what to expect from Real Madrid. They're going to be diving again. They're going to be kicking us again. They're going to try and interrupt our play when we go on the counter attack. They're going to try and get into our heads a little bit. They're probably going to kick Grealish a lot as well. Will they get away with it? Will the referee do something about it? Not at Bernabeu? Well, I hope so, because I thought Real Madrid should have had a couple of yellow cards extra today. But I think we can manage it. I think we'll, as we've shown to Bayern Munich, I think we can destroy them on our own pitch. I do. And it just depends on who Pep chooses to rest on Saturday against Everton. I don't think we can afford to rest any players in the Premier League, and I think that's where we're going to get hurt. Whereas they can go into the La Liga this week and rest players and recoup for the next week. We can't do that, which again shows you what a better team we are than them. But look, it's a good result, 1-1. And like I said, I think both teams will take it. I think it's a fair result of the game. I think it could have gone either way. And yeah, it was a battle out there today, and the players had to work really hard off the ball, and hopefully we can recover before the weekend. That's it. That's the match reaction. As for man of the match, I'm going to give it to Rodri. I thought Rodri was phenomenal today. He really was good. Diaz was good as well, made a massive block in the first half. Stones was good. Walker was brilliant as well today. I have to say, he looked after Vinicius Jr. really well. In the second half, going into injury time, he made a superb block to get back. He ran about 50 yards to make that block as well when Stones needed help. Akanji did okay as well on the left-hand side, not natural left back, but he did okay. And like I said, Rodri, Brown and Gundogan in the middle, they were warriors as well. Haaland did a lot of running. Grealish and Bernardo, they worked hard off the ball. And yeah, everyone just put in a real good shift. And like I said, Rodri's man of the match for me. But there are some big performances out there today. Even Edison was fantastic. Could do nothing about the goal for me, but made an important save for Benzema with the header, and he made an important save later on as well from that shot from distance. So yeah, great result in the end. 1-1. We go again. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. And make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Let me know who your man of the match is, and let me know what score City going to beat Real Madrid in the second leg. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye bye.